actually is my 38th wedding anniversary. 38 years is a long, long time. And we've encountered battles here and there, up and down, left and right, inside out. And I will not keep you here for long, only because even if it's my birthday, this whole event is not about me. You were the one supposed to be here on the original second night, which was July 17th. Or 15, 16? Yeah. And here you are today. Maybe some of you were not sure to be here because plans had to change. Or maybe some of you had to leave some people and bring somebody else. God's orchestration and planning are things that we may not be able to understand all the time. But He is never surprised with the way we react. But what He seeks is for us to respond. Because there is a difference between reacting and responding. Tonight, before you all go home on this, the second to the last night of what I would say is one of the most fulfilling experiences I've had in my 40 years of being in the industry. To be on this stage with young people who I've come to love so very much, who what you see on the outside is also what you get on the inside. They are not here just to entertain. It's a musical, but they're here to bless. And the way you blessed us is by being here tonight. You know, there was one thing that I read today in my devotional that I'd like to share with you. And it's quite powerful because the title of this devotional is Powerful Prayers. And it reflects on Jacob's prayer, found in Genesis chapter 32, verses 11 and 12. Some of the words that he used are, "Save me, I pray, from," "For I am afraid. And you said to me." These are some of the words that he used in this verse, in these verses. Jacob's honest prayer sounds much like many of our own today. He was afraid. He cried out to God for protection and reminded of what God had promised. These honest prayers become some of our most powerful ones when we combine them with declarations of God's Word. He wants us to remind Him of His promises, not because He has forgotten them, but because when we infuse them with our faith, they become fragrant offerings. Our prayers move the heart of God. He enjoys our commitment to see His will come to pass in our lives. He loves when we communicate with Him, regardless of what our heart's conditions may be. He likes us to expect His response. He isn't looking for forced prayers that sound holy. He wants our hearts. He longs for us to mingle our deepest, most vulnerable conversations with our trust in Him. Before you leave tonight, can we end in a prayer? Tonight, this show is done. But when you pray, the orchestration of God begins. It has already begun. But maybe now, through this prayer, you can now begin to see God's actions, God's movements, God's will in you.